What's up, YouTube? Today we're taking another look at the... he cleaned it off for me. The Ontario Marine Raider Bowie. If you remember last time, there was a little bit... Ooh, you can still see it's the SP-10 Marine. It was Ontario Knife USA. And then it says Marine or Raider Bowie. So the reason that this also has a new edge, by the way, for the low price of $10, my local guy put a brand new edge on this. And then also put an edge on this. And he said it was no small feat, which makes me think that the people that have commented saying that they've done it themselves using whatever, unless they're professional knife maker, professional sharpener, I don't believe you guys. He said that the belts didn't work because they're not curved, obviously. He then moved it to another machine, which also did not work. And then he had a, what is called, basically a file that, file's in the name, but it's like a very thin belt on, it's only like this wide. He told me the name, I didn't write it down though. He said he uses it on swords usually. This guy's been sharpening for his entire life. Used to do it for big companies, now he does it for himself. I was more than happy to do this because, well, I mean, I paid him, but said he doesn't usually do fun stuff. And he did the false edge up here, and that is sharp. And that's sharp all the way up to there. I'm not going to get any paper just because I don't think that it would really... I mean, they might produce results, but I don't think it would be real indicative of the cutting abilities because it's so thick behind the edge there. And I do mean up here, this area. It gets real thick. So now I have a proper Bowie, a knife that cuts twice, so to speak. It is the Marine Raider. He did clean up the bottom for me, which I appreciate. I know what it is. And you can still somewhat see the SP-10 Raider Bowie. Very, very nice. He gave it back to me with a clean, shining coat of oil, which I very much do appreciate. But on this channel... And look, guys, I know I say this fairly often, but you really should start some sort of ongoing relationship with your local sharpener guy. If you've got a bunch of knives, which I know some of you probably do, it's not a bad idea to make friends with, I'm not saying like some in a weird way, but like, you know, if you're going to have a bunch of projects, you're going to have a bunch of, say, Bowie knives that you want to have the false edge sharpened. Probably, right? I mean, it's not beyond the pale to think that. So, you know, I don't know if I do them all at once, but I don't know, maybe once a month you go in there, you get something touched up, or you get an edge fixed, or you get a tip reprofiled, or you get a false edge sharpened up, and you get it going. Man, that is a generous amount of Bren wax. I was going to use a burnisher, but we just don't need it. Let's let this dry. So all that being said, That's a looker now, boys. Has a very acute edge, acute angle on this edge now. Before it did not. I appreciate him hitting it. Looks good. The dude has good taste. He showed me a couple of knives he picked up recently at some of the shows that are local. But more than anything, I want to impress upon you, gentlemen and ladies and germs. Now I have to be extra safe because now this is also sharp. You really should be fostering these relationships. Not just, I mean, for two, so you can use them, but also so like I'm in there today and he's like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but I got this giant book of knives. It looks like it's like an encyclopedia. It's huge. And I can order these at cost and I'll hook you up. I was like, sick, I'll be back. I'll just to look through your stuff, and he's got some Moras hung up for sale. The kind of the better versions, the better variants. He's got all kinds of Japanese knives, all kinds of stuff. So my point is that it's good to, you can't exist solely in the digital world. And you'll be surprised, unless you live in, I don't want to say any, I would say almost any big city has someone that sharpens. You might have trouble if you're in a real small town or even a medium-sized town, but like a largish town, which towns and cities to me are different. Towns are smaller than cities. But you're going to be able to find these people, and, it's just good practice. Like, it's good business to have a relationship with people who can help you out, who you can help out, and who you can point your friends to and be like, yeah, this guy will hook you up. This guy will sharpen your stuff for, like, good prices. This guy charged me $10 for this. For doing this, and for doing this, and for cleaning it up. Granted, he charged me, it was $30 total. I think the other two, I had them just on the channel a little bit ago. Reprofiled the tips. I'm sure that didn't take long at all. But, this one probably took him a little bit of time. He said it wasn't easy. And, he watched me inspect it. And I'm not overly hard on it. You can kind of see where, because it's a curve. You might not be able to see. There's a little bit of just the marks left over from sharpening where he's trying to make it work. He's, going through the trial and error. And I'm sure if I really got annoyingly nitpicky, I could find something. Oh, yep, there it is, right there. I got the light to hit it, right? You see that? Here's your sharpening marks. It's just him trying to figure out how to do it. You know what I mean? It is what it is, boys. Yeah, I couldn't be happier, though. Next thing to get will be a baller sheath. I like this, but this will turn into a backup. And, then I think this little project will come to an end. Pretty happy with how it turned out. And so now this is not just a threat if I slash like this, but on the rebound, I can just come right back. You know what I mean? So I come through, if I miss someone, I'm coming back. Not that I ever get in knife fights, to be real. If we're going to be real, this is going to be just a giant Bowie knife I have. Very nice. Very well done. In any event, it's about all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Hope you folks have a good rest of your day. Bye now.